this episode of Horrific History and Hauntings. I'm Beth.
And I'm Ramy. We're your hosts, here to talk about the stories that the history books ignore.
From horrific epidemics and ghostly hauntings to the catastrophes and tragic events that have sickened humanity.
What happened today in history?
I didn't find one I liked well enough.
Oh,
so we
no.
don't have one.
Nothing tragic enough for this episode. I can tell a story about Aiden the Lesser is in the house right now, waiting for his chickens to get done out of the air fryer. Mm-hmm. And since I was coming out here, I had to tell him to keep an eye on himself. And since there's 5 minutes left, I told him to tell Alexa to set a timer for 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. But it was in a different room. I was in the kitchen when I said that. And the kitchen Alexa said, "Oh, I can do that." And I said, "No, not you, the other one." And she said, "Oh, not me. The other Alexa. Okay, I'll just be here if you need me, I guess."
Oh. You hurt its feelings. So today we are finishing up our Hauntings and Legends Across America.
Oh, it's the last one.
Yep.
End of an era.
Mm-hmm. Washington, the state of Washington, obviously, is first one for today.
Not the D.C.
No, we're going to talk about Seattle's underground world.
Ah, there's a lot of those scattered about. Chicago has one.
Doesn't New York have
subways?
Something like that.
And water. That's pretty much what they got under their city.
Catacombs in Paris.
That is full of vampires.
Mm-hmm. On June 6th, 1889, a pot of hot glue spilled in a Seattle workshop and started a massive fire.
Hot glue? How hot was it?
Very hot. I think it said that it hit turpentine.
Oh, okay.
And yeah. So the fire burned for over 12 hours and destroyed the city's buildings very easily because they were all made of wood. When Seattle was rebuilt, they decided to use brick and stone and to raise the streets about 2 stories higher than the original. So this created a network of tunnels underneath the new city, which became known as the Seattle Underground. Another reason they decided to elevate the streets when rebuilding was because the area was bad about flooding. And also back then, they didn't have very good sewage
drainage
systems.
They just turned the
and
old
so
city.
Every time it flooded, they were just trudging around in their own waste.
Oh, sounds like dysentery.
Yeah. For a while, people still used these underground spaces. They became home to gambling dens, opium parlors, and brothels. One of these was actually leased by Donald Trump's German immigrant father.
Oh.
According to the article in Life magazine, the world's scariest places. But just thought that was a fun little fact to add in.
Indeed.
In 1907, the city shut down the underground because they were worried about the bubonic plague.
Fair enough reason.
Mm-hmm. Over time, people forgot about it, and it became a local legend. It was rediscovered in 1954, and public tours began and are actually still offered today.
I bet that's safe. Wonder what your plague waiver is.
I don't think the plague is what they'd have to worry about now. It's said that ghosts still haunt the Seattle Underground. The most active spots for ghost sightings are said to be an old bank and a former brothel called the Oriental Hotel. The most frequently seen spirit is a bank teller named Edward, who was killed in a shootout. His ghost is usually seen standing near the teller's cage in the old underground bank, and he's described as a tall man who wears suspenders, a top hat, and has a large handlebar mustache.
A man of his time.
During investigations, it is believed his voice is what is captured on recordings. People also report seeing the ghost of a woman who was murdered behind the bank's vault, and the spirits of several sex workers have been seen walking through the tunnels.
They aren't bothered to be named, apparently.
Yeah. Ghostly faces are reported being seen in the windows at the entrance of the tunnel. An apparition of a woman, dressed in all white, of course, is often spotted in different parts of the tunnel.
Wait, is this supposed to be a sex worker?
It didn't say, probably.
I would assume red was their color of choice, but maybe that's a modern thing?
I don't know. Maybe they just turn white. Their clothes turn white after death. Who knows? There's always got to be a woman in white. Never a man in white, just a woman.
No. I think there's a man in white in Anne Rice's With the Witching Hour. His name is Julian Mayfair.
Oh, well, there you go. But it would just be too much to ask to not have a woman in white. On to West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
We're going to talk about the Greenbrier ghost because...
Oh, I went there. I joined the Enclave, and then the Brotherhood showed up eventually. Me and Mikey was just marching through the place. I also went there in real life, Papa Ramy, and you passed it many times.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying we've been there.
The Greenbrier ghost?
No, not the ghost. It's the place.
Oh, okay. In 1897, a West Virginia woman named Zona Shue died unexpectedly. The cause of death was said to be heart failure. However, her mother, Mary Heister, did not believe that to be the case. Mary claimed that her daughter's ghost appeared to her in dreams over 4 nights, and that the ghost told her her husband, Edward Shue, was the one who murdered her by strangling her.
That can't be took into court.
Mary was persistent with the police that doubted her story, of course, and eventually they agreed to dig up Zona's body. An autopsy proved Mary's story was right. Zona's neck had been broken.
Take that, hubby.
Mm-hmm. Edward was arrested and put on trial. Mary's testimony about what the ghost told her was actually allowed in court.
What is this, ancient Egypt?
And because the physical evidence from the autopsy matched with this ghost story, Edward was found guilty of murder.
What an age.
And sentenced to life in prison.
At least he wasn't murdered. I mean, chances are he done it, but still.
Yeah. The Greenbrier ghost is the only known case in American history where the testimony of a ghost helped convict a killer. Though I do recall an Unsolved Mysteries episode about a woman who was murdered and her body was burned, and one of her coworkers got possessed by her, and they managed to catch the killer that way. So I don't know why. On to Wisconsin. This one's very short. Bloody Bride Bridge.
Is she red and white?
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
The Highway 66 bridge near Jordan Park comes with the tragic legend. Years ago, a newlywed couple is said to have crashed on the bridge, killing the bride. Now it's believed that her spirit still haunts the crossing and appears in her bloody wedding gown on rainy nights. One police officer said he thought he had hit the woman with his car, and when he got out to investigate, she had vanished. He returned to the car to find her sitting silently in his back seat.
We need to talk about your work ethic.
I just go walking on down the road, let her have the car.
No.
I need backup. There's a crazy lady in a bloody dress in my car. I just ran her over and she just hopped in my car. She was probably expecting a trip to the hospital.
She's been waiting for decades.
In Wyoming, we're going to talk about the Wyoming Frontier Prison.
But that's a place where a lot of fun things happened.
It was opened in Rawlins, Wyoming in 1901 as the state's first prison for their most dangerous criminals. The life of the inmates was incredibly hard, especially in the harsh Wyoming winters, as the first cells had no electricity, no heat, and no running water.
How did they survive?
I don't think they cared if they did or not.
You just threw these people in there to freeze to death.
It also didn't help that it was extremely overcrowded. They probably just huddled together if it's overcrowded.
They probably didn't have a choice in huddling together.
Yeah.
They were all stuck there.
During the 80 years it was open, 14 men were executed there, either by hanging or the gas chamber. It was finally closed in 1981 and is now a museum. And the common ghostly experiences that are reported are hearing voices and footsteps, seeing shadow figures in the cell blocks, feeling cold spots suddenly, feelings of being watched or even touched, doors slam shut by themselves, and objects move on their own.
That's a ghost for you.
Yep. And that's all of our state.
We're out of states that quickly.
We're out of states.
You know, it seemed just yesterday we were starting at what, Alabama? Arkansas? Which one comes? Which one's first?
The first one was Alabama.
Okay. I was trying to remember my alphabet in my head.
And we are done with that. That makes 2 of our
little mini-series. Not many. They've been going on for, I can't call them mini. They're series.
Yeah, just series.
Some of them are 10 and 12 episodes. I have to scroll down to see what number we're on to get it right. Actually, I stopped numbering these. I just go by states.
Yeah.
Good thing we ended on a Lady in White episode.
Yep.
What are the odds?
We should start making bets.
If you want to see or hear of us again, or more of us, there's a link in the description to take you to all of our YouTube channels, other podcasts we've had. The YouTube channels, there's gaming channels, there's the crafting channel where we've unboxed and messed around with some crafting stuff. We'll do more crafting stuff after we get the rest of the stuff unboxed. I want to record all the big items as we unbox them. And once we get them all unboxed, we can actually start making things with it. We at least try to use it once for every unboxing, though. Whatever we unbox, we try to use it during that video. There's emails you can email us at in the link in the description. And below that is a option to send us a tip to help keep the podcast hosted. We appreciate that. There's also a link in the link tree that sends you to Beth's Amazon baby registry because she's expecting Aiden the Greater. And eventually, I guess she's going to need things for that. Reach out to us. Say hello. Any of the socials in the description or in the link tree as well. We appreciate hearing from you. And thank you for listening. I have been Ramey.
And I'm Beth.
This has been HH&H. Bye-bye.